Welcome back guys to our channel Emotion, and today we'll be talking about Logia type devil fruits. So basically devil fruits come in three types or three type of packages or three of a kind. Besides Logia type, there are also two other type of devil fruits, namely Zoan type as well as Paramecia type. We will be explaining both Paramecia as well as Zoan types in the upcoming videos. So first we have to know what is a devil fruit. A devil fruit is like a kind of power system presented in the OnePiece world created by Eiichiro Oda. Besides devil fruit, there is another kind of power system known as haki, which develops within a person depending on their willpower. We will be talking all about haki in a separate video, but now let's come back to the topic, that is Logia type devil fruits. So basically Logia type devil fruits represent various elements present in the world, them being from magma to ice to light or even darkness. This type of devil fruit help their user to transform to their respective elements, which in turn makes them physically unhurtable. The only way to hurt a Logia fruit user is to infuse your attacks with haki, which again scales with willpower. Now let's start the breakdown for Logia type devil fruit so that every one of you watching would have a fair understanding of how the fruit work, what are the abilities provided by the devil fruit, and break down a few key devil fruits used in the series. So let us begin. First, we are going to give a normal person in the OnePiece world a Logia type devil fruit. For better understanding, we are going to give him one of the easiest understandable devil fruit that there is, the Pika no Mi or the light devil fruit, currently held by the Marine Admiral Kizaru. So what is going to happen to that person who just ate the Pika no Mi instead of Kizaru? For starters, now he would be able to do things in light speed, and that is actual light speed, not any kind of pushover and stuff. And not just that, now he would be able to transform himself into light itself and gain all the abilities that light has to offer, like moving in light speed, creating lightsabers, or heck, why not, you can also shoot light beams. That means you just become the embodiment of light itself. And you'll also have all the disadvantages that a light or ray of light possess, because otherwise it will be too OP for a person to do everything light speed without having any disadvantages or having any kind of drawbacks. Another strange disadvantage of this fruit is that you can only move in straight lines. You cannot go and make any kind of shapes. You cannot move as you want. You have to move in straight lines. So in other words, you just become Flash of the One Piece world. In One Piece, Borsolino, or his admiral epithet, that is Kizaru, uses his fruit in various different ways, but also he has one distinct feature, that is he speaks really slow, which is a pattern for almost all the marine admirals, that whatever devil fruit they possess, their key feature or the personal feature is currently opposite to that devil fruit. One such example is Kizaru himself, that his devil fruit gave him almost unlimited speed, but his way of speaking is really slow, which is completely opposite to what his devil fruit does. Now with the Pika no Mi explained, let us move on to a few more examples of this class of devil fruit. Next up, we have my personal favorite type of devil fruit in this class, that is the Magu no Mi or the magma type or the magma class devil fruit. As its name suggests, it gives you the power of magma. You just become the incarnation of magma itself. And in the world of One Piece, ironically, magma is probably the strongest thing that there is. No one stands up to magma and lives to talk about it. You can go and ask Big Mom, Kaido, or heck, you can even ask Ace. This fruit is currently being held or used by the current fleet admiral of the Marine, Akinu, or his real name Sakazuki, who is also one of the endgame bosses of One Piece, and we will be making a full video on Sakazuki in the upcoming future. Now, same as the Pika no Mi provided you with the power of light, the Magu no Mi gives you the power of magma. You can do whatever magma does, and you can incinerate people, you can become magma, you can become intangible. But like the Pika no Mi, the Magu no Mi also comes with the natural disadvantage that magma possesses. Another fun fact It is said by the author of One Piece Eiichiro Oda that the Mago Mago no Mi is the most strongest offensive type devil fruit among all the other devil fruit in existence. Moving on to another example, that is the darkness fruit possessed by probably the main villain of the whole story, Blackbeard. Now this fruit is kind of different from all the other Logia class devil fruit. Now it does not make you an incarnation of darkness, rather it increases the amount of pain you suffer during a battle, which is kind of weird, and we have not yet seen the full power of this fruit as Blackbeard is not yet shown what he could do with his devil fruit, as most of the fight he has been participating in are generally over in an off-screen manner where he defeats the person he's fighting literally off screen. Is probably something more to this devil fruit that meets the eye, but we are yet to see what it does, as Blackbeard is probably the final villain of the whole story. Another thing with all the devil fruits, with all of its classes, that there is a thing called devil fruit awakening, but unfortunately there has not been a single Logia fruit awakening that has been confirmed in the story. There has been few instances where we think the devil fruit user has awakened his fruit, but it is not yet confirmed. So we have no data to work on that. A few other Logia class devil fruits would be Kozan's ice type devil fruit, or even Monet's snow type devil fruit, which are kind of similar, but ice and snow are also very different if you go into their structure and stuff. But one thing is for sure, that the ice type devil fruit possessed by Aokiji is way powerful than what Monet even had. They cannot be even compared in the same league. Besides that, we also have a few other examples, that is Smoker's smoke class Logia devil fruit, which we will see in full action during the One Piece live adaptation. There are currently 13 known Logia class devil fruit in the One Piece world, but there is probably even more than that, which we'll be seeing in the future. And finally, the other Logia class devil fruits involve the swamp type, the lightning type, the fire type, or even the nature type. And besides that, we have the smoke type and the gas type. Let us come back to the nature type, or its official name, the Mori Mori no Mi. It is a bit different from all the other Logia type devil fruits we have seen thus far in the story, as it does not provide you with an element type body, but it provides you with a solid body, which is just different from all the other Logia class devil fruit. It also provides its user with a very useful advantage, that is, the user can plant sprouts in the ground, and during the battle, if the user gets fatally wounded, they can just regrow themselves completely from that sprout. This devil fruit is currently used by the Marine Admiral known as Ryokugyu, or Green Bull. By the way, Green Bull is way cooler name than Ryokugyu. This is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did like it, please give a like to this video and share this video with your fellow anime and One Piece fans. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel Anymotion. That is it. I am out. Peace.